Am I the asshole for having our wedding in a cave, which means my sister can't come?
Oh my God.
My fiance and I, I know.
So many things immediately.
Immediately.
Okay.
My fiance and I came here for more opinions. We are getting married this year, and our venue is in a cave system. We are both active explorers, and this is our dream venue. How it works is you will get married in the opening of the cave, then go down a set of stairs that bring you to a big open area in the cave. You then have the option to just stay in the area or do a cave tour.
Oh.
It is extremely cool, and guests can't get into areas they are not supposed to due to gates that basically will sound an alarm if you get near them. Also, they only allow a total of 15 guests, so a small wedding.
Very small.
Overall, it is a very unique situation, and we really want to do this. We understand that when inviting people, if they are not comfortable, they will not attend. It is a unique experience, and I'm not pressuring anyone to go. Everyone we have invited seem to be cool about it. My mother is super excited. I invited my sister, and she told me she can't do it, that her claustrophobia would make it impossible. I told her that is okay, and if she wants to see it, we can record it or Zoom the wedding. I don't want her uncomfortable. This is where the argument started. She is pissed we would do a wedding that she can't attend. She called me a huge jerk that I won't change the wedding. I told her that this is our dream wedding, and we are not changing it. I'm getting messages from people not invited that I am also a huge jerk. Am I the asshole?
Whoa. You know, I was on one side at the start of the story, but by the end, I believe I've switched.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, not really that I was on the side of the sister, but I understood initially as she was talking about the caves, like I experienced claustrophobia as well. That would not be fun. But also, it is their wedding, and it's the sister's prerogative to not go. As the bride said, we're not pressuring anyone to go.
No.
And which I think is good. Like, here's the thing. I can understand where the sister is coming from, that she can't do it, but I can't understand going to the point of then being mad at your sister and being like, why the fuck aren't you changing your wedding for me? It is a bit of a strange wedding. It's a bit of a strange concept.
Yeah.
Why are we doing a cave wedding? Are there going to be lights there? And do we have to crawl to get there? Are you crawling in your wedding dress?
I'm so curious. I'm like looking at pictures now, and there's a bunch of variations. There's
Of a cave
like,
wedding.
apparently it's kind of a popular thing. This one is like deep in a cave.
I mean, that's stunning. Here's the thing. I, as a guest, may say no, depending on how close this person is to me, because that is a little terrifying. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I'm not envisioning that the cave is open like that. I'm envisioning that it's like you're getting through a crawl space and going to a tiny opening with 15 people. So I might say no as a guest, but I wouldn't then go as far to be like, and you're an asshole for this.
It's just
and
one
like,
I can't go to.
It's just one you can't go to. And she offered to film it. I don't know. Heart goes out to the sister, but also I understand where the bride is coming from, while also not understanding why she would want to do that as a wedding. My wedding will not be in a cave.
Mine will not be in a cave.
Mm-mm.
Am I in the wrong for dumping my girlfriend after she expected me to pay for everyone on her birthday? I, 24 male, and my girlfriend, 24 female, have been dating for 4 years. On my girlfriend's 24th birthday 2 weeks ago, I booked a table at a pretty nice restaurant for me, her, and 4 of her friends. I want to clarify beforehand that I earn quite a bit more than my girlfriend. I cover all rent and utilities for our one apartment, while she covers household expenses like groceries and such. While at the restaurant, I noticed how she and all of her friends ordered some of the most expensive items on the menu. At the time, I thought I would only be covering mine and my girlfriend's bill, so I wasn't really concerned. When the bill arrived, the waiter asked if I would like to split the bill. I said yes. I told the waiter what my girlfriend and I ordered would be on me, and the rest should be decided between her friends. The bill totaled around 1,100 euros. I remember the smiles being wiped off of their faces as soon as I said that. I ended up paying for my girlfriend and I's food while her friends paid for theirs. I remember the car ride home being awfully silent. I kept asking my girlfriend if there was something wrong, but she kept insisting that she was just tired. And no, she wasn't just tired. My girlfriend ended up giving me the silent treatment for the next week. I would keep asking her if something was wrong, but she would always refuse to say what the issue was. The thought of me not paying, being the culprit, kept creeping into my mind, but I would always reassure myself by telling myself my girlfriend wouldn't be dumb enough to expect me to pay for everyone's food. I just lost it last Monday and demanded an answer from her. She ended up telling me that I embarrassed her in front of her friends by not paying for everyone. I asked her why it was my responsibility to pay. She told me that since I organized everything and I was the man, I was obliged to pay for everyone. We ended up getting into a heated argument, and I ended up staying at my parents' house for the next couple of days to gather my thoughts. I came home last Friday and her attitude towards me didn't change one bit. When I confronted her again, she told me to transfer the money her friends paid for the food, and only then would she talk to me. We got into another heated argument and I broke up with her then and there, telling her to pack her things. While leaving, she called me a broke boy and wished me good luck in finding another girlfriend with my brokey mentality. I almost immediately regretted dumping her on the spot for something that in the grand scheme of things is really small. She sent me an apology yesterday for calling me those names, but she insisted on me paying back her friends if I wanted to make our relationship work. I've been a mess since. I don't want to throw away 4 years with someone that I consider to be a future mother of my kids. I could have given her friends a heads up that I wouldn't be covering for them, and I know that's completely my fault. But her behavior over the past 2 weeks has also been quite concerning to me. But again, I love her too much for this situation to be the end of our relationship. I just want to swallow my pride and send her friends the money and forget about everything. Did I overreact? Am I in the wrong here?
High school, my best friend came over the day before my birthday to have a sleepover, and I was hiding up in my room as teenagers are prone to do, and my best friend was downstairs getting something from the kitchen, and my mom pulled her aside and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about throwing a little surprise party for Kate's birthday tomorrow, and I was wondering if you could get her to clean her room, because for some reason moms think that when you have guests over, the first thing they're going to do is run up to your room and take a bunch of pictures of it and shame you with them on the internet." So she said, "Could you get Kate to clean her room, but don't tell her that I'm throwing her a surprise party?" And my best friend said, "You can count on me, Mrs. Smith." She came upstairs and I was lying on my bed and she said, "Hey, I just had like a really fun idea. What if we cleaned your room tonight?" And I was like, pass. And she said, "Come on, you'll love having a clean room. You know, you always feel so much better. Let's just clean your room." And I said, "Nope, this is my winter room. This is just what it looks like. I've grown accustomed to that." And she went, "You know, I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I was just downstairs talking to your mom, and she said that she's so angry, and if you don't clean your room tonight, she's getting rid of your dog." And I went, "What? No." And she said, "Yeah, she said that if you can't take care of your room, how can you take care of a dog? And she thinks maybe if you don't have a dog, you'll be able to keep your room cleaner and get better grades." I don't know why she felt the need to pull my grades into this lie, but she did. I had no reason not to believe her. We'd known each other since we were babies. She was my very best friend at the time. Obviously, I'm devastated. I mean, not only is this my dog, but I'd had this dog my whole life. I had not known life yet without this dog. I break down in tears. I'm full snot sobbing into my pillow. Just a wreck. And this is the moment when she should have thought, "Ooh, I took it too far," and told me the truth. But did she? No. She committed to the bit like a psychopath. She started cleaning my room, and she had the audacity to catch an attitude about it. She's cleaning my room, and she's kind of angry through my tears and like blowing of my nose. I was like, "I'm so sorry, you don't have to do that." And she said, "Yeah, you know what? I actually do, because I love you and I don't want you to lose your dog. And obviously that's going to happen because you can't get up to clean your room." What? So then, for the rest of the night, I'm not only sobbing, but I am thanking her profusely for being my hero, my angel, and cleaning my room, because I'm too broken to do it in the moment because my main source of unconditional love has been threatened. And I'm just like, "You're such a good friend. You're such an amazing friend. I love you so much." Meanwhile, I'm talking about how much I don't like my mom because I'm so furious with her at this betrayal, right? And my poor mom's downstairs like, "I wonder if she wants cream cheese frosting on her cake or chocolate frosting on her cake." And I was upstairs like, "And another thing about my mother." So it was awful. And the next morning is my birthday. I wake up still furious because my friend hasn't told me the truth yet. And she goes downstairs after a couple of hours. My mom hasn't seen me in all this time, but she doesn't think it's weird because hiding out in my room was like my main hobby as a kid. So she goes downstairs and she says, "Hey, Mrs. Smith, when's this surprise party kicking off?" And my mom said, "Oh, you know what? I made some phone calls last night, and it's actually really hard to get people to show up last minute. I mean, there were some people who could come, but I just didn't feel like it was enough for a full-on party. So I think I'm just not going to do it. But that's fine because you didn't tell her, right?" And my friend went, No, I actually went to great lengths to not tell her." And my mom said, "Oh, perfect. So we'll just have a regular birthday for her then." And again, my mom's oblivious to all of this. My friend is like, "Okay, I have to find a way to snap Kate out of this mood she's in." And she comes upstairs and she said, "Do you want to know something hilarious?" And I said, "I guess so." And she said, "Your mom never threatened to get rid of your dog." And I said, "What?" And she said, "Yeah, I just told you that to get you to clean your room because she was going to throw you a surprise party today." And of course I'm still furious, but I was like, "Oh, are there people downstairs? Should I go to my surprise party right now?" And she said, "That's what's so funny. Nobody wanted to come. And so I did all of that for nothing. Isn't that hilarious?" And I was just like, that, you should run. I was flirting with this girl in a coffee shop, and my thing with flirting with strangers in public is I love doing it. It's so much fun, but 98% of the time, I'm not looking for a close. I'm just like, this is a fun little micro socialization that I'm having right now. And we were talking, and I was getting my drink, and I was getting ready to leave. We'd about wrapped up the conversation, and she said, so what are you doing this weekend? And I said, oh, I'm just staying in, nothing crazy. And she said, well, maybe you'll end up staying in with me and doing something crazy. And I was like, huh? I mean, she was so smooth about it. I feel like if I tried to say that to someone, I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face. I would giggle, and then it would be less cool. Whenever I flirt with a stranger in public, and it normally amounts to nothing, but if they do ask me out, I'm always shocked by the consequences of my own actions. And so she said that, and I just went, oh, maybe. And she said, no, seriously, when are we getting together this weekend? I was like, oh my God, I was just looking for some attention and dopamine, and now I think I have a wife, maybe.